In this edition of Iconic Brands, I'm going to show you how to cure the dreaded door drip. When it rains on these convertibles, you may well get a drip which comes through about here, usually onto your arm as you're driving along. And here's one of the cures that may well help you.
Before we start the repair, first of all we must find out that the roof drains are not blocked. You can find these in the top corner of the window screen, and this is how you test them. To test the drains, you simply pour water down them. It's important to find out that these drains are not actually blocked, because these also can build up water in them and cause water to pour into the cabin. The water should disappear down the drain hole, as it is here, and come out at the bottom at the sill of the car. Just make sure you put plenty down there and make sure that the drains are in fact clear. Once we're at this stage, we can now go ahead and build up the seal between the roof liner and lower drain seal, which you must also check is not blocked. This is a typical problem where the two rubbers are not flush anymore and are letting in water. Next, we need some silicone sealant. This is used to build up using a rubber compound to reseal the joint without sticking both halves together. This sealant sticks to the rubber. This is a sample of the rubber when it's set and how it looks. It does stick to the rubber, but it can be peeled off, which is ideal for this kind of application. The first method of doing this job is to lift the roof off and wedge it onto the window screen. This gives access to the drain. After cleaning, apply the silicone around the edge of the rubber flange on both sides of the car, or where it's been affected by a water leak, like so. This is the other side, now receiving the same treatment. Just carefully put it round the outer edge of the flange of the rubber drain. It's a bit fiddly considering I'm holding the camera at the same time. Once you've done that, you must allow the silicone sealant to actually dry as it is, with a bead all the way around the outer edge, like so. Here is a view of what it looks like. That's where I'm coming from. This is method number one. There is another way of doing it, which I'll show you later. Here's a view of it now it's dried off. Once it's dry, you can allow the roof to come down. The beading around the edge of the flange will now help keep it watertight. If it doesn't, you may well have to do it again. Once it's dry, you can let the roof down. And hopefully no more soggy bottoms, wet arms or damp inside your convertible car. Next up is another way of doing this, which doesn't involve raising the roof on your convertible car. This next method I would advise for people who know they're not going to be opening their roof for quite a while, particularly if you're storing it outside and you want to prevent further leaks, particularly in the winter months. Clean the joint with soap and water and then apply the adhesive rubber silicone between the two mating surfaces on the rubber and smooth the joints together like so, preferably with protection on your hands because it is quite a messy job, and leave to set for approximately 24 hours in the dry. I effected this repair on both doors. This sealant on the joint gives a more effective watertight joint when the door is closed, and this should stop the water leaking into your car, which can also make your seat wet as well. And since I've done this, it is now lovely and dry. If done correctly, this is a relatively cheap fix. Leave the rubber silicone as long as you can to dry out thoroughly before using the car in the wet. And once it's cured, no more soggy bottoms and wet arms. This should help driving your convertible car in the winter time. A point to note when using this method of sealing your weather rubber strip on the rooftop is the next time you open the roof, it will part the surfaces like this one and may well leak again. The choice is yours, but it works.
Raining and there's nothing. Seems to have stopped it.
This method may also save you the cost of new door seals. This video has been sponsored by absolutely no one. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you will like and subscribe the video if you found it useful. Please comment below if you use your car through the winter.
Well, winter's here, and a lot of you with CLKs and convertibles in general would have put them away for the winter by now. Fair enough. But I'm going to use this car throughout the winter. The insulation on these cars is that good that I think you can use them all year round. I guess using it in the winter, there is salt on the road, I guess, and I don't blame some of you for wanting to put your cherished classic car away. I can't say I blame you for that.
And now for some content to make the video a little bit longer.
Edition of iconic brands, I'm going to talk about the dreaded drip. And what I mean by that, up here, or here even, if I can just get it right. In this edition of Hello and welcome to Iconic Brands. In this edition I'm going to show you how to cure one of the